everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports.
Both offenses could have trouble running against a pair of defenses that rank in the top 10 in fewest rush yards allowed. It's the Jaguars going up against the Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They send Sharp in motion right. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll look to throw here. Dumps it off to Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. He's to the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Flex round, here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. On first and 10, Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go. Man 38. Flex round. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. This is Bell. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
first down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Now Bell. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Again, it's Fournette. Oh, the spin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 7, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw him off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On play action, they'll throw. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Slot man moves right. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And he motions the wide receiver. Now Dobbs. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 48 yards. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The Steelers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Throw left side complete. That's McDonald. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Steps away to his left, and it's a fumble, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. A give to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Dobbs to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Brown. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. and they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. McDonald, the man in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. On second down, Dobbs. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw is Dobbs. He's going to air one out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Another score from around the league, meanwhile, up in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go. What?
They send Sharp in motion right. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. What?
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Dobbs. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's got it. This is Ware. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Shrugs him off. Now he'll escape to his right. Now he'll left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's a give to Fournette. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. They'll try and sneak it here. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is knocked down from the side, right near the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And some space here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A handoff to Fournette. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll toss it to Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluded Penny, can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 34 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Football League